I'm Mr. Romberg, and today we're going to open class with an instant activity. I'm going to describe something to you or ask you a question, and I want you to answer with the first thing that pops into your head. Hi, my name is Jake.
From State Farm.
The best pillow ever to sleep on.
Puppy Pillow.
Your favorite baseball team.
Indians.
Your favorite fast food restaurant.
McDonald's.
Chick-fil-A.
No, Chick-fil-A.
So all of these things, your decisions have been influenced in one way or another by people or other factors, which can include media and other things like that. So today, we're going to discuss analyzing influences. So, can you name an influence? Do you know what it means?
Something that causes something for something else,
Okay.
right? I don't
So
know
it's
how
a
to say it.
behavior that can have an effect on another person.
Cause and effect.
Sometimes it can be positive and sometimes it can be negative.
It's called.
That's why it's important to understand, examine, and identify influences in your life. So, analyzing influences can be broken down into a few steps. If the influence is a person, you want to think of who, which is who are the people influencing my thoughts, beliefs, values, behaviors. How do these people influence my thoughts, beliefs, values, behaviors, and actions? And so what? What might I do differently as a result of the influence? What do I need to do about it? If the influence is other, which can be culture, media, technology, you're going to look at what are the factors that influence my thoughts, beliefs, values, behaviors, and actions. How do these factors influence my thoughts, beliefs, values, behaviors, and actions? And so what? What might I do differently as a result of this influence? What do I need to do about it? Yes?
You can keep it the same or change it if you want to change it. Or
That
if
is
it's bad.
at the end, yeah. So we're going to go through it. And right now, when you identify an influence, we're going to examine who the influence is, how it's influencing you, and what can be done about it. So there's a lot of influences. Can you name any other influences now?
Oh, TV shows, video games.
What about in your car? When you're driving around. What comes on every few minutes or so?
Songs on the radio.
And in between the songs, what happens?
Commercials. Lots of commercials.
Are you guys on devices at home?
Yes.
So, what do you do on the internet?
Um,
That can influence a lot of your decision making and your thoughts and behaviors and your beliefs. So, we got an idea now on analyzing influences. Some of the steps and how you want to analyze it. So, we're going to talk today about influences in friendships.
okay.
There's healthy friendships and unhealthy friendships. So I'm going to ask you some questions here, and whether you're right or wrong doesn't matter. We'll talk about it. So this is true or false. Brooks. People in healthy relationships don't insist that the other person do what they want to do. Putting pressure on someone to do something is not a sign of respect or friendship. Is it true or false? So do you think it's good if you don't make other kids do something they don't want to do?
No.
Right, of course it's not good. So it is true that people in healthy relationships don't insist that the other person do what they want to do. Holly, people in healthy relationships often share personal concerns, stories, and experiences with each other they wouldn't share with other people who may not be close friends, or they just don't know very well. They should be able to have the expectation that the other person will keep that personal information private and not tell anyone, unless they feel that keeping the secret can be harmful or dangerous to their friend, in which case they may tell a responsible adult. So do people in healthy relationships share secrets?
Yes. They do.
They share your secrets, your friends?
Oh, I thought you meant they share secrets with each other.
Yes, they do share their secrets with each other. So that statement would be true. Healthy relationships are equal relationships. Raise your hand if you think you know the answer. Healthy relationships are equal relationships. Isla?
Sure.
Good. Holly, people in healthy relationships should never call other people names or tease one another with words that can be hurtful. Healthy joking around doesn't include insults, put-downs, or threats.
They sure.
Yeah, you don't want to insult your friends, do you?
No.
Brooks, just like it is not okay to pressure someone into doing something they don't want to do, it is not healthy to do what another person wants if you don't want to. It's okay to compromise sometimes, but if something just sounds like a really bad or dangerous or wrong, you shouldn't do it.
True.
All right. So, that's some of the behaviors in a healthy and unhealthy relationship. So, in those examples, can we figure out this? So if I put pressure on my friend to do something they don't want to do, so I tell my friend we're going to go play baseball. He's like, no, I don't want to. I say, we're going to play baseball. And I make him go play baseball. Is that good or bad? Is that healthy or unhealthy? Ina.
Unhappy.
Right. So is that a positive influence or a negative influence? Brooks.
Negative.
That's right. I'd be having a negative influence on that friendship. So in that example, who is influencing? So if I was doing it to you, who would be influencing your thoughts, feelings, or beliefs? I would be, right? How would I be influencing that? I'm making you do something you don't want to do. So what can you do about that? What could you do differently as a result of that? Or how does that make you feel?
You want to do it? And it would make you feel...
Would you feel like you're in a healthy relationship? A positive relationship? Or do you think, maybe I really don't like my friend that much right now?
I would think I was in an unhealthy relationship.
Right. So, my actions can influence the friendship. Your actions also influence the friendship. So, in this activity, you guys are going to write down some examples of things people do in healthy relationships, some positive influences, and then some negative influences. So we talked about a few when I did true or false. So I want you guys to start thinking of others. So what are some things your friends can do that would have a negative impact? You write that on the bottom. You guys can talk. Just talk. You can be in a small group.
Think about maybe your friends at the bus stop. Can you think of any bad or good things that kids have
So
done
what do you
then?
guys do at the bus stop?
We wait for the bus
So what are some
Nicely.
things
and talk.
that's positive at the bus stop?
Make new friends.
Britt.
Brooks,
You can make new friends.
you make new friends at the bus stop. And what do those new friends do that make it a positive friendship?
They talk to you about stuff.
So
That's
they share their feelings and ideas and thoughts, right? Holly,
You could find someone with common interests.
find someone with common interest so you can share your thoughts, feelings, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we already talked about one. So I'm going to write a plus here for positive. Keep secrets, right? What else is positive? You said share thoughts. Share thoughts and feelings. What else? Does a good friend include you in the games they're playing?
Yes. They should.
Yeah.
So include you. Does your friend stay with you if you're sad?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
What else? Think of an easy one. What's something you want your friends to do? Holly.
Don't tease you or make you feel bad by their words.
Good. So, they care about your feelings. Alright, one more. Does anyone else have a good example? Does anyone else have a good example of something positive your friend does that has a positive influence in your relationship with your friend? What about, do you think it's good if they listen to you?
Yep.
Yep.
Or do you
Of
like
course.
it when they ignore you?
I like when they pay attention to me.
Yes. Nobody does.
Alright, so what are some negative things friends can do? Brooks,
Haunt you or insult you.
tease you, right?
Mhm.
Holly, you got one?
Maybe disinclude you from something or make you do something.
Yep, they don't invite you to play. And what else did you say?
They don't disinclude you. Or they,
Before that.
I forgot.
Alright, you said they don't invite you to play. What else?
Make you do something that you don't want to do.
That's what you were
that's
saying.
what he said.
So they pressure you. What about, do they share things?
No.
Do they take your things without asking?
Nope.
Yep.
They shouldn't.
They do. No, they shouldn't.
Alright, do you have a good one? One more. So think about these, the good stuff, and what are some opposites of that? Isla.
Lock you in your room.
Oh, they lock you in your room. All right. and they talk behind your back. Brooks, you have something else to add?
They always ignore you.
Good answer. Do you know what talk behind your back means?
Nope.
So talk behind your back is when they tell other people not so nice things about you. Things, though, that you don't know they're saying. Holly.
Always laugh when you're trying to talk to them, or mess up your stuff when you're trying to record something for school.
So, they don't listen or care about your feelings.
Yeah.
Alright, so, let's do one of these as an example. We did that one. We're going to do, they don't invite you to play.
Okay.
Is that positive or negative?
Negative.
Alright, so who is influencing you? It'd be your friend, right?
Yeah.
They're influencing your friendship. They're influencing your thoughts, beliefs, values, behaviors, and actions. So what might your beliefs become and your thoughts become? Holly.
That they're not a very good friend.
Right. So now your friendship is starting to become unhealthy, right?
Yeah.
How do these people influence your thoughts, beliefs, values, behaviors, and actions? So in this instance, what did they do that affected you?
They probably made you feel like they didn't want you as your friend, or
They made you probably feel like you were left out because they didn't invite you to play, right?
Yeah.
So, what might I do differently as a result of that influence? So what might you do?
I might not want to play with them anymore, or not want to be their friend anymore.
So are those thoughts and feelings good for a healthy relationship?
No.
So, influences you have on other can make those relationships healthy or unhealthy. What are some other influences in your life that can determine the way you behave, think, or act? So, on a piece of paper, we are going to talk about Sam.
Sam.
Sam is a person who watches a lot of television. His favorite TV show involves friends who like to tease each other. And they're not nice. So, you are friends with Sam. And you realize Sam teases you a lot. And he's not very nice. I want you to think of some influences on Sam that could affect his behavior. So Holly, what might affect Sam's behavior?
Oh, the TV show about
So-
how the friends tease.
We have the who, and in this case, the what. The what is going to be, we think, the media, TV. How is that influencing Sam? Holly.
When he watches a show about friends teasing each other, he thinks it's okay to tease his friends.
So, it's affecting positive or negative?
Negative.
So, what can Sam do about it?
Stop watching the TV show and find
Or-
a new one.
Sam can understand that those influences, the media, television, could be influencing the way he's behaving. So let's think of a positive one. Let's say Holly is walking down the street and finds a lost wallet. She decides to turn it in at the police station and leave all the money in the wallet. Who might have affected that behavior?
Maybe my parents or my teachers telling me not to do that and try to find whose wallet that is.
Parents, teachers, and they affected you positive, right?
Yeah.
So what would you do about that? So what is the so what? So what might you do differently as a result of that influence? Probably not much, right? That's a positive one. So if we can identify and examine positive influences, that can help us make healthier decisions. Who can name me an unhealthy or a negative influence that can lead us to make unhealthy decisions? Holly.
Maybe other kids or TV shows or media.
So you guys are being influenced from almost everywhere, right? When you're at school, when you're at home, when you're online, when you're in the car. There's lots of influences. So what's important about analyzing influences, Holly?
Make sure they're a good influence.
What's important about influences? What if we didn't know anything about what could influence our behavior?
Then we'd probably do all this bad stuff.
So you would not be making any healthier decisions, right?
Yes.
So why is it important to understand what is influencing us and examine that? Why do we want to identify influences and examine them?
So we can help make healthier decisions and make our relationships healthier.
So, as we end class today, you're going to have an independent activity. It's going to be a couple more scenarios in which you have to determine the who, how, or so what, or the what, how, and so what. But for your exit slip today, I want you guys to write down 2 positive influences in your life. So go ahead, write down 2 positive influences in your life. And then when you're done, you can hand it to me. And we'll move on to our next subject. Good job, Brooks. Isla, good job. All right, thank you guys. And next class, we'll explore more about relationships and friendships.